Hello, hello. Oh, Andy. Look at you. Hello. Yes, I decided to randomly stream. Hello, hello. Taking up some slack from Andy there since he's not streaming today. Yo. What do I have today? I know I've got a PS5 Slim power supply over there we're going to take a look at. Yeah, I saw Chat Fix. I saw he was streaming. I got to get a chance. This, my face cam won't reach over to here. So it's not very handy. But it is working for the moment. Oh, Dave, you got a PS5? I just got two, and I just saw the FedEx guy drop off two PS5s in my garage. I have not gone out there to pick them up yet. Touch the big caps? I can't remember if I discharged it. This supply is working. I was just been taking some measurements. I think I'm done with it. So I need to put it back together. What I'm going to be working on is a PS5 Slim power supply and a PS5. We may be bidding against each other sometimes. I've been known to bid on a few things on eBay every now and then. Every now and again. I think I've got 5 or 6 that I'm waiting on. No roaches in this one. I hope. Actually, I haven't opened the box yet. It's a dead supply. It's been sitting here for a few days. Hadn't had a chance to look at it. But now's the day. I think I've got a few hours here to do something. Hello. Oh, let's get rid of me. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? I do need to get a monitor in front of me for chat, because chat is to my right. And it would be so much better if it was directly in front of me. So much better. Let me slip this thing back into the case. I'm not sure that I discharged it, so I'm going to be very careful. Let's just see. Did I discharge it or did I not? I don't remember what I was doing. It looks like I did. Nada. Nothing there. Okay. But I won't screw it all the way back together. I'm still playing with this one a little bit. This is a 400DR. I'm just doing some reverse engineering on it. This is the only one that I know of, PS5 supply, that's a double-sided board. The other ones all use jumpers and stuff. But this, love that emerald green board they used. It's a Delta supply, of course, but let's slip it back together. It's just one of my spares. Get that out of the way. Where's that box? Hello. Yeah, I saw you said you thought you had a cracked APU. Was it you had a hard time confirming that it was actually, definitely one. Hello, Falcon and David Strider. I have not seen a PS5 Pro yet. I have repaired well, not repaired, reverse engineered the PS5 Pro power supply. But I have not seen an actual PS5 Pro. They're going to be expensive. The broken ones are going to be stupid. But I haven't even. I mean, are they popping up on eBay? I guess they are, because the kids, they can break anything. As they say, break an anvil with a rubber hammer. So, I also have not seen a Switch 2. But I haven't really looked for one either. There's plenty of Switch lights and stuff to play with out there. I bought another one of these. For some reason, I keep buying power supplies. I gotta get rid of them. I'm gonna start selling them because I've got like 30 I need to sell. And apparently these light supplies are in demand. I would think for original ones. Free bubble wrap. ADP 400GR. Hello? Oh, so for $299? A Pro? A TEA, I guess you mean 2017, will work with it in place of the DAP 053. It will. I kind of like using the TEA 2017. Is that it? I'm getting 2016 for the DAP 053. For the DAP 056, the 2017 works pretty good. Maybe I should put power on. Maybe somebody was confused and it actually works. Let me see. Nope, it's dead. Thought I would check it before I go through the trouble of prying this thing open. These are not fun to open. And now that I think about it, I'm not sure if I have the parts for these things. I don't think I ordered. I don't think I have the like the surface mount transistors and stuff for the 12-volt output. I probably have the PFC. I probably have that. I'm going to need some more pry tools. Hello, what are we talking about? Hello, Chlor Slug's here. Oh, there he is. We're getting the gang all back together here. All right. It has not been pried open, I believe, because you would probably know it. It always leaves marks on these. These put up a fight. A little dust on it. Trying to remember where I start on these. Maybe I should have had this already pried open before I started streaming. I thought I had started right in that little gap right there before. Maybe not. Wow. Sometimes you just want to hit it with a hammer and make it pop open, but we won't do that. Maybe right here by the AC input. If we can get it started. If we can get it started. I'm trying not to bust things too as I go, because I do have plans to put it back together. Why? Just need to pick an area and stay on it. This is where I've started before. But today, is not my day. I have forgotten how much of a pain this is. This pry tool is just bending. Maybe time to order some more. Don't recall where I got them from. I'm sure it was AliExpress. Speaking of which, I've got some parts coming from AliExpress today. I think I got some M92s coming. Some M92s and another chip for a switch. Oh, is that progress? Ah, progress. I can't remember the part number for that other chip that I got. I could show it to you on the board. What is this part number? ALC. I had one, a switch light I worked on recently. I didn't do a video on it. And anyway, this particular chip was the only thing that was bad on it. I didn't have one. I had to pull one off a donor board, so that's why I ordered some. You know, with the board completely out, just hook up the supply, it was drawing, I can't remember, 20, 30, 40, 50 milliamps. It was unusual. It shouldn't have been. Under the thermal cam, I could see that chip had a hot spot at one corner, and then I went to measuring, you know, voltage rails into it, and it was like 8 ohms. So I said, okay. But I didn't have any new ones. But I should have several today, I think. I'll probably never have to replace that chip again. And I have also had a lot of bad M92s. I'm still not sure if they were bad or if I damaged them. Because what I've started trying to do when I replace an M92, I don't try to clean it right away. I don't spray alcohol on it because I was concerned that sudden cooling off was damaging it, and that seemed to have helped. Like I'll just let, after I get it on there, I'll just let it cool on its own. Let it cool off, and then I'll make some resistance measurements, and like you can tell right away, you know, if it's bad or not. What are we talking about? Every time. My chat screen is so far away from me. So far away. Come on. I don't want to permanently break the thing. Or do I? One moment. Who's in my driveway? Who is in my driveway? Oh. Anyway, somebody trying to sell something or promote something. They left a card, looked like, at my front door. If I didn't know better, I'd swear I'd left the screws in this stupid thing. But they're laying right there on the table. I may have to go get a screwdriver. Because these pry tools are just bending. And I've got it started here. Don't want to go too deep. I don't think these things are glued, but man, it sure does seem like. Look at there. The DRs and the ERs, I can pop those things open like nothing now. Not these GRs. We about got you now. We got it on the run now, I think. I hope. I don't think it's glued. Keep telling myself it's not glued. Just your imagination. It's not glued. Sonically welded or something like that. No, I think it's just, it has a lot of snaps. Very close together. Whoever did the case design did not leave much room. Some tight tolerances there. Come on. I want to just yank on it right there and just destroy the whole thing. But we're going to be kinder and gentler. Maybe. I can see the circuit board. Can we work through that? Can we work through that opening? Where's my fan? It's overheated here. I'm trying to resist the urge to just hit it with a hammer. Which is how you open up some of these, wall warts. If you ever worked on little wall warts, as we call them, that plug in little supplies. Those things sometimes are glued, and you just get you like a wide blade of some kind and put it on a vise and just tap 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 tap, and usually the glue will just let go. Am I going this way then? On next week's stream, we'll actually get to repair this supply. It'll all be worth it. Not a single roach. Well, that's all for this stream. Oh, okay. No bugs, no dirt. Just curious right quick like, are those capacitors charged? Because I did plug it in briefly. Yep, so your fuse is very likely good. Let me discharge them. All right. We're all safe now. Continuity is your friend. Like I said, fuse is going to be good. Fusible resistor, good. Then I'm going to say that our controller is dead. Very likely. Which of course is a DAP056 on this model, which I don't have any of those new. But I do have TEA2017s. All right, I'm just going to look at this pins of this thing in diode mode. I don't have my notes in front of me. But if I see 0 ohms on anything but ground on pin 4, then I'll know something's up. Where is that capacitor? That's what I like to use for my ground, is the negative terminal of your, one of your big filter caps right here. Where? Right about there. Okay. Pin 1. Dead short on pin 1. We have a winner. Dead short on pin 1. Well, let's check some of them. It doesn't matter. It's a bad chip. Let me find that capacitor again right there. Yeah, pin 1. 2 also. Okay. 3 is 2.2. 4 is ground. 5. 6, 7 is no connection. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, no connection. 13, 14, 15, and 16. So 1 and 2 were shorted to ground, and I'm willing to bet it's just a power surge has come through and has damaged the front end of this thing. Let me see. 1 and 2. Yeah, 1 is, ties back to the AC line input. So that's why You know, if there's a surge, a spike of some kind on the AC line, it's probably going to come right in there, and that's the end of it. All right, TEA 2017 AATs, which we have right here. Welcome. Anyone who's come in that I have not seen, it's up to. It's an eBay purchase, David. I buy them just really for the fun of fixing them, and then I need to resell them. I haven't done it. Under thermal cam? Oh. You want to see what it looks like under thermal cam? Actually, my thermal cam may be dead. I'm using my old iPhone 7 here, and it is dead. I haven't. I left off the charger, so let me throw that on the charger. I kept this old iPhone just for use with my old thermal camera, because it's a Lightning. Let's see if it wakes up. Maybe we can get enough charge on it to check it. Oh, yep. Can you see it? It barely has a battery indicator. Right in the middle, it's dark. I replaced the battery on this thing not too long ago, just so I could use it, because it would just dead every time I go to pick it up. It'd be dead. So, and the batteries, you know, the aftermarket batteries don't cost very much. I think this may have been a original battery, but it was not new. It had been sitting around for a while, I think. Or it could have been a pull, I don't know. So let's let that charge a little bit. Let me check my thermal camera. Might as well throw it on the charger for a little while. I've got a little USB supply here on the back of my workbench, with all kind of little my screwdrivers and stuff plugged into it. Hello. Thermal cam? You guys are heavy into the thermal cams, aren't you? What if I just describe to you what it looks like? Let me look. I'm sure that chip is bad. Usually it doesn't get anything else. It can get, well, it's connected back over in this area. There's some large value resistors and these diodes over here that end up going there. It's a sample of the AC input is what it is going over there to pin 1. That I imagine it needs for the PFC circuit to work properly, because it's trying to get the current draw of the power supply in phase with the voltage. That's what the power factor correction is trying to do. And to do so, it needs a sample of it. Yep. Oh wait, this is a GRAAC. I wonder if that's I'm not sure if I've seen one of these. I think I've worked on mostly the GRAAA. I think. Where? Yeah. I may have to study this one a little bit. Yeah, like I said, I've got some pretty good notes on the GRAAA. If you can see it right in there. This is the AAC, though. Although it looks, I mean, just looking at it, it looks identical. There must be some slight differences, though. And I would like to know those slight differences. Of course, it has the DMP014 on the cold side. and this little chip over here, which is for driving these MOSFETs they're using as rectifiers. Phone, are you with the, oh, so it just has the battery indicator. What else? Should we just go ahead and replace this IC? Well, it depends, Adrian, where those readings are. And this one was pin 1 and 2. I think that's right. Pin 1 and 2. Let me see. Where is... Hold on a second. I'm trying to get something on screen. And I have lost what I was looking for. Where'd it go? Okay, I guess I'll just add another one. Window capture. Right there. There's pin 1 of the DAP 056, and if you look where it connects over here, 0 ohm jumper, and here is your AC input right here, hitting the bridge rectifier. So you have a diode, you got some 10 mega ohm resistors. So that's what I'm saying, a spike can come out in, even though it's 10 mega, it's a pretty good spike. It's going to make its way downtown, wham, right into that thing. And you're done. Hello, Optimized Logic Repair. All right, I'm going to replace this chip then, I think. I think I am. Let's get her off of there. I think I will add a little leaded solder to this. Maybe I can help prevent some popcorning. That, and I'm going to use about 350C on my hot air. Not go any higher than that because it will popcorn. I've done it with 400. Oh, I'm on 350. pop up off of there. There we go. Well, something like that. These pins always look so tarnished. Not sure why. Right out of the package. Way too much solder down there on the end. So I'll try to get some of that off. Not that it matters. I'd like to get that flux out from under that chip, though. I know it's under there, because I put it there. Let me hit it with a little bit of heat. And it scurries out like roaches. I still got a mess down here, don't I? All right. Will she work? I'm thinking she will. Is that working? Come on. Well, one of my cameras is not wanting to work. The one over there on the power supply and load. So I'd really like for it to work. Right now it's saying, no thank you. Come on. I wonder if let me unplug that camera and see if it wants to play then. This is going to go blue for a moment. It says no, I'm not going to work. I checked every other camera before I got started. I did not check that one. I'm just trying all kinds of options, trying to get it to wake up. Wake up and participate. Nope. It says no. Thanks. Okay. No, it's a USB camera, just a USB webcam. And on Linux, it's very temperamental. Sometimes it works, sometimes it says no. And I'd have to shut down, I think, OBS to start it again. What? That's right. It loves to shuffle the cameras around sometimes. I don't know why it does it. I want you guys to be able to see the load and stuff like that. Linux is my preference on this computer. I've got a gaming computer over at the other side of the room that is Windows. What is this? Oh. And I don't know. I just like playing with Linux. It's there, but it's just no video coming out. Okay. She's not going to cooperate today, which kind of sucks. Sucks a lot, actually. Let me get some leads on here. get the load connected. It is set for 5 amps, I believe. Yep, it's already on. Let me get my meter at least hooked up so you can see if it outputs anything. That's the least I can do for you guys, since my little webcam doesn't want to play today. All right, that's on the output. I could put another meter on the PFC boost voltage. I do like seeing that as it comes up, knowing that I'm not putting 500 volts across those 400 volt caps. All right, we're monitoring that. Our PFC voltage here, and our output voltage there. I think as soon as I get some AC into it here. All right. Maybe I'll just bring it up slow. What the heck? Bring it up slow. You'll see that voltage coming up there. I think we'll get around 100. You may see it take off. Let's see. There it goes. Yep. 397.5, 12.123. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'll see if it has a deactivate option. Let me see. If I go back, oh, that's nice. Okay, if I go to there, right click on it, I don't see a deactivate option. Nope. I mean, I can hide it like that. Doesn't really do much. Properties? Properties is what I was in. I was going through the settings. I can remove it and add it back. Add source. No. Nope. Sorry about the blue screen. It refuses to work. So I think we're good. I probably should run it on up a little higher load just to see it work, but I'm pretty sure it will. I'll plug it in the outlet back there. That's just 5 amps. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 amps. What are we rated for? 30, 31 on this model? 31. 31 amps. Okay. Well, my load's rated for 40 amps, so we're good. So, see if we can run it all up. Let me get a fan going on this thing, though, maybe. I'm not going to run it very long, though, so it shouldn't have a chance to get hot. Should not overheat that quick, especially considering it doesn't even have the case on it. It's got lots of ambient air. We're at 10 amps. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, now come on. 20 amps. Rock solid. 25 amps. Rock solid, dropping a little bit there. 30 amps. Rock solid, 31 amps. That's it. We'll bring it back down. That's rock solid. That I didn't see that voltage, the boost voltage wander around, and that didn't drop much at all. The output didn't. Fan is kicking on in the load. All right, I'll put it down to 5 amps. We're good. Let's shut her down. And I'm going to slip this thing back together. I'm not going to put the screws in it, though, because I want to take a look at it later off stream. See what the difference is between an AAA model and an AAC. What did they change? Let me get some stuff out of the way. I'm going to discharge it so I don't pick it up later on and grab it and get a nasty bite. All right, that's dead enough. So, yeah, not much of a problem on that one. Just the controller. Just the controller. Yeah, I'm not going to snap it back together. It's such a pain to get apart. I'll just put these screws in there so I don't lose them. And we'll move on. We'll put that somewhere and put a note on it, so I'll remember why I left it out and didn't put it all back together. So this is a ADP 400 GR AAC, and not the garden variety AAA model. All right, so you get out of the way. Oh, hey, Steve. Good to see you here. Yeah, it does take longer, much longer to open than it does to fix. Let me get these chips out of the way. I do have a PS5 I'd like to look at. I don't recall what's wrong with it though. Give me a moment. It's in a box behind me here. I may have to take a look. I don't recall what this one's problem was. Oh, peanuts. Well, it's wrapped pretty good. At least they used an appropriate sized box. Some of them I get are in a box, just barely big enough for the console. And there's no padding because it didn't have room for padding. Let me clean off just a little bit. There's our chip. Garbage. All right. Obviously it's a PS5 fat. I do have some slims coming. Well, the fats are more common and cheaper. That's usually what I end up getting. Let me cut that. I'm trying not to destroy the bubble wrap too much. I'm cheap. I'll reuse it. I'll pack it around a PS5 I'm shipping out. Unless it's covered with pieces of cockroaches, and then it's straight to the garbage can. And then we have a layer of clear plastic wrap. Is that to keep the bugs in? Let's hope not. I'm looking, I don't see anything. I'm not seeing any signs that they were trying to keep anything in. Try not to cut the front of this thing. If I'm going to cut it accidentally, let's do it on the back. That is one dull box cutter. It has cut one too many boxes. Well, I can't complain about how they shipped it. I may be complaining about the fact that it wasn't been worked on, but all right. I can't remember if this is just an HDMI or if it's a no power. Let me look. Let me look and see what it is. And who did I get it from? I need to do that by looking at the last four of the tracking number. 9771. It's a 5 fat. PS5 fat. PS5 fat. Is it this one? Bear with me. I've got to find it. I'm curious. Yeah. Did I say 9771? Yes. 99771. All right. What is its major malfunction? Oh, it's a bad HDMI. Supposedly. Everything appears to work. It's a bad HDMI port. We did not test it much further. Okay. Well, let's just see. Let's see if it turns on. Let's see if it gives us a white light. And if it's just a HDMI port, I apologize. But at least you got a stream to watch, right? I mean, it could be worse. Trying to get some leads out of the way, dangling down there. All right. The HDMI port does look kind of questionable. Where's my tweezers? Down in here. Well, it's not wiggling too bad. Yep, power supply started up. All right. Does she start? And I shouldn't set it on the power cord back there, so I'm going to have to prop it. Does she start? Yes, she does. White light. I'm going to wait and see if it's going to do its storage check before I yank the power on it. Or I wouldn't do that, I'd just shut it off. No storage check? Okay. Let's power it down then. All right. So probably just a port. We're still sealed. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to clean this thing out though. Yeah. Gonna have to clean it out. Can you see the dust bunnies? All over here. But it's what's peeking out around this is it worries me. It's not roaches though. It's just dust. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to go blow this out before I'll have fuzz balls everywhere. But it's sealed. This is what you call easy pizzas here, isn't it? Would that be the appropriate name? Nope, no prior attempt. It's just an easy, low-hanging fruit. Let me go turn my air compressor on and build up some pressure. If that's all this thing needs, it's a pretty good deal. I think I paid like $175 for it. I may Yeah, that's loud. I grabbed some boxes while I was outside. I think I've got some AliExpress parts and 2 more PS5s. I need to show y'all one of these. I need to show you this box. No, this is not AliExpress parts. This is embarrassing when you order stuff and you can't remember what you ordered. Maybe it means you ordered too much. No, this is, yeah. I didn't recognize the name it was shipped from. But yeah, I think that is some ICs. What are these? Are these M92s? Hopefully good ones. Too much glare. M92 T36. Okay. So I got all of it. Andy's M92s I think he ordered since he's out. I have them now, Andy. They're all mine. And I'll stick them in my drawer of M92s before I lose them. Because I was down to 3 or 4. All right, that's done. The cellar is sold out? What cellar? Sure, there's plenty of them available. Yeah, I did. I walked outside. The mic may have cut out there. Hello, welcome. What am I? Oh, I'm on my microscope. I'm sorry. Where is my? Hey, that camera still works. Nope, it's frozen. Dadgummit. Yeah, that's what. Let me fix that. Yeah, the camera is just frozen. That's nice. I'm trying to show you. I was trying to show you this box I just got in. I use the only damn camera that's working. How about that? Yeah, there's a PS5 down in there. And the whole end is blown out of this box. Yeah, also on the other end is blown out. So yeah, it's not packed too well. I hope it hasn't struck concrete somewhere. All right. Yeah, I had a face cam. Well, actually, I don't really have one. But I'm trying to. I'll get one set up. But I know I'm trying to figure out what kind I need to get. I have some little USB webcams. I need an extender, but they don't work very well. They work sometimes. They work sometimes when you're not using them. When you try to use them, they don't work. That's kind of how it goes. Let me just blast this with a little bit of air. Just a little bit of air. Sorry, you may lose me again because I got to go out in my garage. I just want to knock some of the dust bunnies off. Get this thing fixed. All right. Got rid of some of the worst of it. Yeah, I get a lot of them that way, packages. All right. Let's just get this thing, let's get this fixed. This thing's in pretty nice shape. I've had I had one, well, several of them recently. You know, the scratches here. This is not too bad. The scratches around the ports. I actually bought a decal to go over it because it was so bad. I have one more of them. I was surprised how good it looked. I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan of the decals, but it was better than throwing that away. What did I do with that? Oh, I know where I put it. It's right here beside me. I had not even opened the package. That right there. It's got, well, you can't, it's got holes cut for the power buttons, and it lays over. But you got to be really careful. You got to line it. But it was so scratched up, I had to put something over it. This is like a textured, matte black finish. It's textured. You can feel it. Anyway, it looked a whole lot better when I got through. I should have taken a picture of it, but I did not. I did not. It was a big improvement. Let me put this back up. Oh, Andy, are you streaming today? Are you gonna finally stream some? We've gotten spoiled at your daily streams. Oh, I see. That's right. Having to look after the kids. I'm gonna have to blow this thing out some more once I get these covers off, because I can see the dust bunnies already down in there. Well, oh, forgot that one. Oops. I was going to leave the screws in it. That didn't look too bad. Well, you can see the dirt clods. Oh, there's that conductive foam pad. I like to always put those back. That is for RF shielding is what that's for. Which is also the reason for all these screws, to try to keep this thing from radiating so much RF energy that it wipes out any kind of, broadcast radio and television stuff. They're trying to meet some emission standards, RF emission. There's some dirt. Let me go blow this out. Let me hit it again. Now I can get more of the dirt out of there. I'll be back. And I'm back. See, this must be a 1015. Long board, that's two antennas. I hadn't even looked yet, but you can tell by the length of the board and the, because 1115 only has the single antenna on the front. It doesn't have the rear antenna. Just going to rip those. I'm going to replace them anyway. All right, what did I forget? Any of them? Yeah, this is one of the originals. I bet you she's got a nice dry spot on the APU too. Never been opened, never been serviced in any way. Probably a nice dry spot. Yep. Nice dry spot there, if you can see it, so I can turn the light. And a corresponding dry spot on the APU. Not as bad as some I've seen though. You know, I checked this thing. I mean, I was just looking at the port. I've checked this thing to see that it booted to a white light, but I didn't actually see if it would put a picture out. I was kind of assuming that the seller was honest about that part. Let's see what this thing looks like. Let's see, is it shoved back? Oh, one is broken, I see. One's wiggling. Is that the only pin? I mean, that's enough. Yeah. Well, what I can definitely say is loose is one. So do we just touch that one up and let it go? No. Look at the mounts. So she's seen some stress. Now we'll just replace that port. We'll just replace that port. Let me refresh that. No, it wasn't just a dirty port. Not gonna be that easy. Let me find a new port. Who is it I was watching the other day that was having trouble tinning ports? Who was that? Can't remember who it was now. Ooh, out of focus, aren't I? All right, let me get set up. Let me get set up. Where's my Omnivice? My weight. Where did I put those tweezers? There they are. My favorite pair of tweezers anyway. Oops. You know what I forgot? To remove that little adhesive pad. That stinks so bad when you cook that thing. Melted plastic smell. I'm going to add a little bit of solder. Because why not? Add some to those pads. There we go, that's better. At some point, you gotta leave well enough alone, which I never seem to do. Just leave it alone. I'm just making it worse now. I've cooked the flux. Oh well. That's kind of what I wanted to see. Maybe not that much. All right. We'll leave it alone. Clean that off since I burned the flux a little. Let's see what that does. All right, what do we have now? Not too bad. Need to work on those anchors. Oh, let's work on the anchors then. All right, let's see if we got any flow through that time. Nope, not there, we didn't. That's not too bad, but this side needs some help. I have to hit it with some hot air. While I'm doing it. Okay. A little more solder on there. Oh, and I made a mess. Dadgummit, I hate when I do that. Made a mess. I was trying hard not to do that. Oh well. Watch why I did it, because I switched hands. I went to my left hand so I could hold the hot air in the right. Well, that's what happens. Alright, what'd you do that time? It still doesn't want to run through there. I hate when it does that. See what I mean? Does not want to wick up the other side. I guess some people grind on those legs a little before they do it to help the solder, flow up the leg. I don't think I've ever tried that. That looks horrible. I'll clean that up. I want to see if it's coming up the leg any. This is just totally ignoring the, yeah, it's just ignoring it. Just ignoring it. I may have to start sanding the side of those legs a little. Nope. Refuses to go up that leg. I may have to just do it from the top side. You think that'll help adding some flux to the other side? Maybe. I did have flux, so I hadn't cleaned it. I had flux. Let me give it a try. Let's see what that does to it. We shall encourage it to do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Try not to make a bigger mess. Nope, it said nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. It said no thank you. I will add a little bit more on there though. And probably hit it with some more heat. All right. The air is just on 400. Just trying to give it a little boost there. I think it did start to come through that time a little. Yeah. Yeah. She came through a little bit that time. Yep. It did not want to though. I'm just trying to pretty it up a little there. Just a little. Get rid of my solder mistake over here. Where's my wick? I hate when I do that. All right, let's see if we can clean this mess up a little. I still got some flux in there. I do like to get rid of all the flux. Yeah, I see a little on the side there. See if we can get rid of it. Anyway. I'm going to leave it alone and try to clean out the inside of the port now. What are we talking about here? Well, I know what you mean about things not going right in live streams. It happens. And I don't care. It happens. We are not perfect. Except for Andy. He does everything perfect. Except for maybe that whole wasp thing, but that's another story. Anybody else planning on streaming today? Anybody? Russ? put iron on leg at the top. Yeah, I've done that before, Dale. It looks messy when you get it all over the side of it. Yeah, it works. I don't know, I was trying to make it look as presentable as I could. Which usually does not include getting solder off on the ground plane off to the side. Don't like doing that. So did DJ Rusty Russ say he's going live? Is that what I heard? Got some Xboxes he's gonna make right again. Yeah, the PS5s do require liquid metal. Yeah, they won't. They just won't. Yeah, will not work with regular thermal paste, even good thermal paste. They just run too hot. All right, I should probably let me put a breakout board in this thing. I'm sure that was the only issue. One pin had broken loose. Of course, the rest of them would have broken loose pretty soon. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. All beautiful. I just need to clean out the innards. Clean out the insides. I don't want it to be intermittent. Maybe just a little bit of deoxit. Doesn't take much. I'm trying to help that alcohol dry out in there a little. All right, that will work. Okay, clean up my mess a little. Clean up the heat sink a little. Yeah, the deoxit, I like the deoxit. I can tell you, for the sole reason, let me clean up some. You can clean the port really well with alcohol, and alcohol does a great job. But it just seems like if you wiggle the connector in the port, you get a little contact bounce, like just the metal on metal of the contacts in their mating surfaces. They want to bounce a little, which, just contact bounce. But a little bit of that deoxit on there, and that contact balance seems to go away. I can remember when I was doing PS4s years ago. Yeah, I had that port look so clean, and you could wiggle that connector, and it'd just break up. It'd break up. I'm like, what's going on? You know, if you wiggled it, it would just kind of, it would always come back, but if you wiggled it, it would break up. And I started using just a little bit of deoxit on there, and that went away. That momentary contact bounce just seemed to go away. So that's why I do it that way. No more Mr. Dry Spot. This one doesn't look too tarnished under there either. Usually I see I swear the thumbprint of some Chinese gentleman. I mean, you could just see the ridges in the on the top of this thing. It's like they just somehow managed to put their thumb right there every time they assemble one of these things. And yeah, I think it was a good enough print you could ID the gentleman. I don't see that on this one though. I don't have the spray can of it. I think I've used some spray deoxit at work years ago. I like these little tubes of it, like this on these cotton pellets, just because it just doesn't take much. I'm not trying to put a ton of it in there. I'm just trying to put a thin coating on there, because it is kind of oily and kind of tends to attract dust, I would imagine. So, and it's easier for me to control taking a little dab of it like that and putting it on that cotton pellet. We all get our ways of find our way of doing things. And I used to, well, what I was doing when I was using the deoxit, at first what I would do is pull the cotton off of a cotton swab. You know, because the cotton swab just wouldn't quite fit in there. I bought some pointed ones, but it just didn't seem to work too well for me. But it was a fight pulling the cotton off the end of the cotton swab and getting just the right amount. So anyway, I just looked around for some cotton pellets, and what I ended up, these are used I think by dentist's office, like as a packing around your teeth or something when they're working. And they work really well. A whole box of them is cheap. They have different sizes of them. I can't remember what this size was. I'm not sure if it's the smallest you can get or not. All right. I think I've got every millimeter of that. We got a good coating there. So, some assembly required. The problem is I can't really show you it working since that little webcam is not wanting to play today. I would normally just spin that little camera around. I could go into my capture card, but I guess I got to go in there and turn off HD copy protection for that to work, which means I'd have to hook it to a monitor first. Man, these are some tough. These little RF connectors are cooperate today. I don't want to damage it. Sometimes they just snap right on. There we go. Snapped on finally. Just don't leave the APU clamp off, like I've done in the past. And I have done it. Put it all back together. Why is there an APU clamp laying on my workbench? That's odd. Let me set this back on here. Let me stick a few screws in it, but I am going to test it before I put all these screws back in there. No reason it shouldn't work though. All right, come on, there we go. Nope, didn't snap. I managed not to rip one of these. I'm going to give this thing some brand new sticky labels. Well, that one didn't tear. Where are my sticky labels? All right. Let me see if it works before I go any further. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you. Well, maybe I can use that. No, that face cam was frozen. Looks like I can somehow get it to not be frozen anymore. Maybe I can replug it and it'll suddenly decide to start working. No promises though. No promises. All right, let me see if I can get that camera to work. Microwave? What? Yeah, DJ Rusty Rust. Yes, it does. If it's not frozen. That's the problem. Where is that camera? It's plugged in right here. It's just a cheap USB type camera. Where did I put that? Hey, it's working. Okay, it's working. I did reseat it. Power on. I guess I need to. Now you can see it. There it goes. It works. It works. So, did we decide, was DJ Rusty Russ going live? I missed that part. No? Oh, no, he's unhappy about it. So you're not going live by choice or anyway. No one is live now. I'm live. I'm still live. I didn't hear no bell. I'm still going. I mean, honestly, I have 2 more PS5s that just arrived, including the one that is halfway out of the box. Are you still at work, Russ? I'm sorry. But I've got to get rid of some. The boxes are starting to pile high. I've got to have another clean out. Yeah, I was trying to show this box earlier, and the camera just said no. Where is it? There you go. Yeah, it's not the best. How was this shipped? Yep, U.S. Postal Service. So maybe we'll hit one of those next. Give me a second to text some people, respond to some messages I've been getting. Okay, I do need to put that thing back together though, don't I? Okay, shut her down. I do need to go blow out the air. I should have checked what the. Let me bring it back up. I'm going to check the software version. I found another 4.5 the other day, which was quite nice. Let me see if I can bring it back up. Just long enough to check the version number. Although I doubt it's one of the old ones, but it is a 1015 model, so the possibility is there. It is the original one. Maybe the port got broken. It sat on a shelf or in a closet for a long time. It happens. Settings, system, console information. Nope, 10.6. 10.6. So, no, not today. 10.6. Do I keep them to view? I don't. No, I'll sell them on. I don't. I've got some hackable consoles. I don't particularly care about hacking them. Just not really my thing. I really enjoy working on them, preparing them, and that's about it. And I have piles of consoles here, and I don't seem to ever play any of them. I've got PS2s, PS3s, PS4s, PS5s. I've got Xboxes. I've got Switches. And I don't seem to play any of them. Because I also got a PC I play on over there. I do need to clean this fan out a little. A little fuzzy. Let me go blow this fan out so we can... Well, I got to put the whatever it is, 60 something screws back into here too. Let me blow this out just a little. Chat fix is here. Work, work, work. Yes. Some of us got to make some money. There. Okay. My microphone had decided to mute itself. I don't know quite why. Let me see. If you tap this button on the bottom, okay. I just discovered that if you tap the button on the bottom of it, it mutes it. I didn't tap it, but I may have turned my neck just right and pushed it. I didn't know it muted. Oh, let me mute a second. Just a second. Okay, I'm back. I had a phone call there. Hello. Yeah, I somehow muted my microphone. I didn't know it because all the lights were on. Didn't look like it was, but yeah, there was. But the VU meters were not kicking, so I apologize. I did learn something. I learned how to mute my microphone. I would imagine Booter will be streaming. I don't think he even wakes up until noon. But yeah, thank you for pointing out my mic was not working. I did not realize it. Who else we got wanting to stream? J-Fix? Booter? Oh, okay, is Booter here? I assumed he was still asleep. So many screws. Go ahead and put those back in the circuit board. here. And one for the top cover. Come on now. Click in there. No roaches. No roaches. Yeah, we had a face reveal. First time ever. If I'm going to do that, I got to get a better camera. Maybe I'll go to the store later on and find a USB extension. It'll probably still freeze every time I go to use it though. What did I do? There it is. What did I do with the cover? What did I do with, there it is. Ah, you know what I forgot? Dadgummit. That foam pad. It's laying in there. It is laying in there. Cannot leave it like that. It's laying right there, where it should not be. Wouldn't have hurt anything, but it would have bothered me. Alrighty, now you stay right there and don't fall out while I do this. Alright. Now, get this thing done and get it out of the way. Sure hope the USB ports are good. I didn't look at them, because that would be bad. Yep, they look solid anyway. Probably should have checked to see if they were busted before I did all that. All right. That one's done. Let me shove it to the side. What else do we have? We have the busted box PS5. Where is it? All right, what's wrong with this one? Well, that doesn't tell me anything. Let me go back and find the listing. What's our, let's see, last four of the tracking. 3434. Should be easy to remember. 3434. Blood? Oh, no. We'll ship that to you. Don't need that. eBay. Purchase history. It just arrived today. Oh, I see the name of the company. 3434. Oh, this is a 1215. The last of the fats. That's not what I want to know. What's the description? Power's on. HDMI does not output to display. May have other issues beyond this. No further testing or inspection has been done. Capacity unknown. What do you mean capacity unknown? They're all the same capacity. Okay. It's a no display. Because it's blood, probably, or something. Okay. So it's a no display. That's what they're calling it. Let me get some bubble wrap off of it. If it's another HDMI port, I'm not gonna do that on the stream. That's probably what it is. I mean, but we've all done HDMI ports. You've all seen it 100 times. Oh, okay, yeah. I think I must have seen this in the picture. Let me switch to the microscope a second. What did I do with that? Let's look at this port. I don't know. What do you think? I might try to turn it on and see if it'll give us a white light. If I can get that pin to not touch the shell. And not touch other pins. All right. I think we are isolated. Okay. All right. We'll see if it'll turn on. Oops. Changed the color of my light. All right, will she turn on? I bet it does, no problem. White light. So this is going to be another HDMI port. I'm not going to make you sit through another HDMI port. That would be cruel and unusual punishment. Okay, it's doing the storage check. I was waiting to see. Flash a little blue, come back to white, give us 3 beeps. And there we are. So let's shut her down. Let me see what this other one is I've got here. Long blot, what? Very long blot. It's called a working PS5. They're rare, but they do exist. All right, so let me set that to the side. Let me set that to the side. I see you, Andy, yes. JFix, no, I don't know all the test points on a Slim. I really don't. I would just kind of have to, I tend to kind of play it by ear, actually. I just kind of, I mean, you can look around, you can see where all those big coils are. You can kind of tell where the DC-DC converters are. The Slim's a little bit different from the Fats, but it's, you know, they just move things around a little. It still works the same way. Oh, you typed a word YouTube don't allow. That's why it wasn't coming through. Oh. Let me see what this other PS5 is that I have here. Tracking 9227. Let me see what it is. Maybe it's something more exciting. Is that the Slim? I'm expecting a Slim, I believe. I bet it's this one right here. Is that it? No, that's not it. Let me figure it out. 9227. I am expecting a Slim. I wouldn't mind working on one of those. Track. No, it's not that one. I have several coming in. Track. It's not that one. Bear with me. I can't find it. There are quite a few though in my history here. not that one. Well, only so many have been delivered today. Power supply was delivered yesterday. We got that fixed. I thought it was that one. But the tracking number does not match, so it can't be that one. We just did that one. Okay. Oh, it's a digital edition that just, okay. This is going to be it. I don't buy very many digitals. That's it, digital edition. Unless I get them for a pretty good price. And what is its problem? Power's on, no display on screen. HDMI port looks fine. Warranty sticker looks like it was peeled off and put back on again. Parts are repair. So it's a no video also. So yeah. It's another no video. It's a digital one though. Let's look at it, shall we? Let's just see if it's... Is it just another port? That's. He said the port looks fine. Let's look at the port, shall we? Microscope. What does the port look like? Port's got some scratches to it, doesn't it? Almost looks like it's been melted a little. How does that happen? That looks like melted plastic inside the port. I think this is going to be... I don't see that little foam pad on top. This is going to be a HDMI port replacement gone horribly wrong. That's what I'm going to guess. Let's look at it with a breakout. Let's see what's connected and what's not connected. Ground. Pin 1. That's good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well, 16 connects as I wiggle here. 17, 18. No connection. 19 connected. So 18, which is your +5. Even if I wiggle it. Oh, did I get a contact for a moment? 18, 17 is ground. 16 is questionable. 18 is just not there. So, We'll at least open it up and take a look in there. But technically, it's still just a port replacement. Technically, it's just still another port replacement. I'm not sure if the Samsung chime is on the washers and dryer. I'm not sure if I've probably heard it. I think I have heard it. I'm not sure if you can replace the chime on it. I know I can silence it though if I wanted to. So yeah, it's been peeled. It's been opened up before. We can tell that. We can tell that by that somewhat melted port in there. They tried to hide it. Did they put the screws back? We're missing one here. What else are we missing? Missing one here. Well, they put most of the screws back. That one's gone. I'm missing that one, missing the short fan screw. Don't have a lot of those. I'm sure I'll find one somewhere. So is this a case of the owner trying to do it, or do you have a buddy who said he could do it? Well, missing a screw there. Missing one there, or is that, no, the top cover goes through right there. So, and this is a 1115, right? Yeah, 1115B. No rear antenna. All right, well. Got a lot of screws to take out. I would like to at least see what this port looks like. I do have some more PS5s coming. Some no powers. I had an interesting one I did not do a video on. I wish I had. It was a 1215 model with a dead south bridge, a 69GG south bridge, and I replaced it with a 61GG south bridge. And you have to do some tricks with the NOR to get that to work. And of course, the BWE software used to do that, and it's gone. It no longer works. So I had to find another way to do it. I was able to do it with the PS5 Wii tools. It's kind of interesting, though, how you have to do it. You have to replace just the firmware for just the south bridge in the NOR. Which means you have to take the whole, disassemble the NOR into its separate files. Replace those files, and then reassemble it. Would make an interesting video if I have to do that again. Everybody gone to sleep yet? Watching me disassemble these things. Oh, there's Marifix. If I'm pronouncing that right. I may have missed. I've missed a lot in the chat. I'm sorry. So Dave's Unbranded has got something to stream. Good, good. Excellent, excellent. Where did my needle nose pliers run off to? Are they laying? Nope. There they are. My favorite needle nose pliers, anyway. Nothing exciting here, I'm sorry. But I did not know exactly what they were when I opened the boxes. Bit of a dry spot. Not too bad, though. All right, now, is this a... Well, I think that's a factory port. We'll look at it under the microscope. What? Oh, this is just a factory port. Is it? Oh, maybe it's a factory port that they tried to touch up. I mean, look, the port's melted right there. I mean, that definitely looks like an original factory. Yeah, look at the melt. Okay. That's what it was. They didn't replace the port. They tried to touch up the soldering on the factory port. What was it? It was 18 that wasn't connected, right? And yep, she is not connected. And neither is that one. Yeah, whoever did it, they were close. But that's a factory port. Why did they try to solder on the inside of the port, though? I don't understand that. Why would you try to do that? Oh, sorry, you couldn't see. Don't quite understand that. What were you hoping to accomplish there? And our Ethernet port's a little bit, got a bent tab on it there. That's a minor detail. Okay. Um, Did I even try to turn this one on? I did turn it on, didn't I? Yeah, I did. That's right. It did the storage check, storage repair. So, yeah, it's just another port. Just another boring port. Just another boring port job. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up on chat. Would I replace the port if it's good otherwise? I probably would. Yeah, I don't like those connectors. It just, those two little tabs holding that whole insert, yeah, it's a recipe for disaster. Oh, I'm sorry, let me switch back. There we are. There I am. Yeah, it is, but I mean, I was hoping for something better for the stream, not ports. So, and my view of the stream was way delayed. So anyway, how long have I been streaming here? Just a couple hours, I guess. Oh, almost 3 hours. Okay. Oh, he's got a Discord link. Okay. Let me see here. Oops. Well, chat keeps running away on me here. There you go. Dave's unbranded. There's his link. What's the link to? I don't know. Hope it's not something regrettable. Because I missed the chat part where you were talking about it. Yeah, see, it's a Discord link, but what is it in Discord? Oh, is that, well, oh, you're asking me about something? Do anything for fun this weekend? Nah, probably fixing some PS5s. Swimming. Maybe cooking out. I've got the kids got me a nice smoker, so I've been smoking various meats. A brisket. I've done a brisket. I've done butts. I've done chicken. I really like smoked pork chops, by the way. I found that it's just, the first time I did it, I got them a little dry. I did them again here 3-4 days ago. It came out excellent. Just got to watch the temperature and the timing of it. I was using internal temperature watching it. Cooked them to I think I was looking for 140, 143 Fahrenheit. Sorry. For our British visitors, but I was using Fahrenheit measurements. Yeah, mine's is the Pit Boss. The kids got me for for Father's Day. Was it Father's Day? Maybe it was Christmas. I can't remember. Smoker repairs. I hope mine doesn't need repairing. It's barely used. Yeah. They turned out really well. I wouldn't. I'm kind of craving one now, but my brother-in-law across the road is cooking a brisket right now, though. So maybe we'll find out how that is. But I've done several like half butts and stuff, and it's almost like too much meat. A cooking video. Yeah, I don't know much about cooking. I'm not an expert. My brother-in-law is an expert. I get the advice from him. I'm not a cook in any form. I don't. I know I'm not a cook. I can do it. I usually get the job done, but I am not a cook. Hello, hello, Yeti Game Repairs. You're from in Alaska, okay? I've done ribs. I did ribs. When did I do ribs last? We did like 3 racks of ribs 4th of July weekend. It was excellent, excellent. Baked beans, some slaw, potato salad. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. I kind of missed lunch. I was streaming during lunch. But okay, getting back to, I think Dave's on Brandon wanted to send me something to look at. Well, we can talk about it. But anyway, I guess it's time for me to. I'm just sitting here waffling on. I'm going to get off before my wife gets home. Nah, brother-in-law doesn't want to be on, I'm sure. But he's an excellent cook. Moose jerky? No. No, I've had deer. Hadn't had deer in a long time. It's hard to cook. My kids, they don't mind what I do. I don't think. I mean, they've gotten a lot of my tools for me for Christmas. Because what I've figured out, for Christmas presents, what I'll do is I'll make up an Amazon list of things like this screwdriver, and I get that, and something else that was on my list, alcohol. You can see it's almost empty. I've got a new gallon jug down there, but they're getting me things that I actually will use. My wife got me the microphone I'm using. Thank you for that. What else have the kids got me? Oh, I've got. They didn't give me this. Where is that? Where's my my test? I picked up one of these testers here. One of these little cheap part identifier testers. And the first thing I did was brick it. I tried to update the software, the firmware in it, and it didn't go well, and it died. But I finally got it working. I found out apparently the thing is kind of sensitive on the voltage that you're giving it, on the port. I tried every port on my gaming computer, my Windows computer. It would not finish the update. I finally dug out my very old Windows 7 laptop here that has like an eSATA port on it or something. Yeah. And when I plugged it into that port, it worked. The update went through. So I managed to brick this thing within an hour of getting it here. And I'm like, this is going to suck. But I tried every port on every computer. And then I got that one, and it finished the update. So it's no longer bricked. So, but I'll use this for when I'm reverse engineering power supplies. Sometimes it's useful if you can't figure out what it is. It gives you an idea if it's a MOSFET or a insulated gate, whatever. There's different things. What did you say? Oh, you got a BGA rebuild? I thought you already had one, Marifix. I thought you already had one. David, I want to do some laptops. I tried to get some. I tried to buy some laptops on eBay. I got outbid. I don't know much about them. I've done some MacBooks, but I want to do some PC notebooks. Looks like it'd be fun because I mean, I noticed there's a bunch of them. They're everywhere. I don't know if you can. Some of them you can probably get. You know, the not schematics, but you can get the parts layouts. You know, but that'd be better than nothing. But yeah, yeah, I need to give laptops a try. Like I said, I was watching a couple of them that were running like $20 or something. They ended up, you know, they went way up. Um, kind of went out of the range I wanted to spend on them. But I probably will get one. I do have. I have an Atari Lynx. I need to put back together in the floor. I need to finish that. There's a lot of unfinished projects. I've got some PS4 power supplies I need to do something with that were donated to me. PS4 Slim, PS4 Pro. I've worked on all these before. I mean, they're fun to work on. And I have a lot of the parts for them. A lot of those odd chips that you had to get from AliExpress, I still got them. Oh, you spend $1,000. I want a reball machine. It's just hard for me to justify it. I mean, it's a pretty good investment. And plus, like ordering those things from China, the shipping is ridiculous on them. And that's where they're made. The shipping will just eat you up. Yeah, David. The one I was looking at was a Windows. I think it was a Windows 10 or 11 laptop. It was like a couple of years old. I guess you got to really watch out for, you know, laptops now that are Windows 10 and not 11 compatible, because I know they've got a lot of restrictions there now. I've not gone to Windows 11 yet on my gaming computer. I'm sure. I guess coming October they're going to try to force you. I would like to have a reball machine because I've done some reballing, you know, APU reballing manually. Don't recommend it. I've tried to do it on a PS5. It was a horrible failure. Board warping. I think I could do it if I had a proper bracket, reinforcing bracket to put the board in. Because if you don't, it just warps. I didn't have that. I did PS4 boards, PS4 fat boards. I was able to revolve those, and they didn't seem to warp. I know it was different material on the boards. PS4 Slim boards, they warp like crazy. PS5 boards, yeah, they warp like crazy. I was using a preheater when I did mine. You'd have to have a preheater. I mean, it takes a lot of heat. Yeah, making your own. I mean, I'm using, of course, a preheater with the hot air from above, and it still takes a long time. And I end up having to wear a glove because I'm burning my hand. Because you're talking about, you can't do it instantly. It's supposed to be kind of slow. But yeah, if you can buy one for business, you know, I'm not a business. I'm just a hobbyist. It's a lot of fun though. Uh, can you tell it's a bit of a mess in here? You really can't tell, can you? Can you tell it's a bit of a mess? There are just boxes everywhere. Oh, and you can't see all the boxes. I mean, there's a bunch of boxes right here. Lots of stuff, just stuff. And I'm past due for a cleanup on stuff. But anyway. Yeah, my gaming chair, it's a match to this one I'm sitting in here. This is a blue, that's a red one. My wife got me those. I don't have any fume extraction. No, I just have a small fan that I use just to kind of blow the fumes away from me and away from the microscope, because I've had to disassemble this microscope at least twice now and clean the surfaces inside that thing, because those fumes adhere to it and you get this hazy effect. So I tried, let's see, I've only tried one PS5 reball, and I wish I could have got it right. The problem with that, it was a weird problem. Liquid metal had escaped and gotten under the APU, and it had dissolved the solder balls. I mean, you could just see, you could look under the edge. It was right at the edge of the APU. The solder balls were just gone. It had that liquid metal is not a very nice material. It's very aggressive on metals, and it had eaten away those solder balls. So that's one. No problem. I can get this off. I can reball it, and I did. The reball went fine. Putting it back on, that board just warped like crazy. And I think I tried it 2 or 3 times, and I had bought a support bracket, off AliExpress, but it was just a generic one, and it really only supported from below. It didn't have like holes for screws to hold the thing down. It would keep it from bowing down somewhat, but anyway, it did not work very well. It's just a lot of work to have a failure like that. A lot of time, reballing. The reball wasn't the issue. I can reball it, but getting it put back on is an art. You need the machine really to get the timing down just right. Ah. Oh, I'm amazed, David, you're able to do one. I have failed miserably to do a PS5. I have not. I've got the nozzle. Still got my preheater, that board, and what I'm thinking about doing, if I don't get a reball machine, I've got a box full of like PS5 heat sinks and frames. Why not take one of those, that already has the patterns for the holes and stuff. Take one of those, cut it up, and make that a support bracket. I mean, it's already got the footprints there, you might say, for the board. That's something I'm thinking about doing. I don't really have time right now, but maybe one day. Because I haven't seen anybody selling those, a support bracket for one. Yeah, well, I am heating up the whole board. I've never had to cook one to get the moisture out. I don't know if people say you've had to do that. I haven't had that problem. I mean, my issue is it's just uneven heating. I can put it on that preheater, it heats up, that's nice and even. But when you put that nozzle on there, you start heating that hot air from above, it will bend right in that area. You can just see it. I mean, actually, it was interesting. I've got a video somewhere, a recorded video of me doing it. And when I bring that hot air in from above, you can see that board go like this. I mean, if you speed it up, if you play it, 5 or 10 times normal speed, you can just see it kind of go. You can just see it move. It just flex down. Yeah. Yeah, to keep it from bending. Also, do those BGA machines not have support, like from below, and maybe a way of threading in screws from above where it can't go up? they've got support, I'm hoping. But I'll probably give it a try again. But I do have to come up with, I need a way of supporting the board. If I can get that board fixated, I mean, I've been able to pull the APU off. Didn't damage any pads. Didn't seem to damage the processor. I took like, resistance measurements on the main rails and stuff. Wrote them down before I pulled it, and then after, took it off, let it cool, check the the resistance on the rails, make sure I didn't, because if I killed it, I wasn't gonna go through the trouble of reballing it and all that, and it seemed to be fine resistance wise. Right. That's the main thing I need. I think I could do one if I could support that processor. I mean, I need to be able to support, the center area of the board and support it well. I think, don't I have that nozzle? That 45 by 45 nozzle? Isn't that the same one I've got? Right there. If you can read the numbers on it. Yeah, 45, 45. That's what I used for the PS4s that I did. Been a few years ago now. And yeah, that will go right on this thing. Assuming you take the nozzles off here. And it just happens to slip right up in there like that. Pretty good fit. If I can just keep the board from bowing. I wish I could find, I don't have that video anywhere I recorded. But I'm sure enough, I could shuttle the video back and forth. That thing just went like that. It just went down. And when it's done, you could see it. You could tell it was bowed because the processor's touching on each end. It's the middle looks kind of normal, but on each corner, it's just like flat. It's flattened the balls out. You should definitely try another. I think you got lucky. I don't know. I've got some notes for the PS4 how I did those, like what temperature I was at on the board. I usually put a probe in the board. How much hot air I was using, what temperature. If I started off like way above it, and usually because I start off way above it and kind of slowly, come down to it. It's just not easy doing that way. I think I would have been successful if that board had not bowed on me. I ended up killing that APU. I think I tried it 2 or 3 times on that same one, and I think I eventually shorted the APU. Actually, it is. Is it right here? Let me see. That's it. You like to keep your failures near. This is the one that I pulled it off. Yeah. But after, the last time I pulled it off, I think last time I pulled it off, I had, like I said, I would write down resistance measurements. That's not it. I had a sticky note right here somewhere of, is this it? EDM 020? Yep, that's it. See resistances and stuff? 6-phase, 2-phase, the RAM, the coils, for the CPU, they're coming from the other side. So I knew what the resistance was supposed to be on those rails before I took it off. And I think the last time I pulled it and I checked it, on the APU, it's shorted. I killed it. Too many heat cycles, but never did damage the board. So, but I'm pretty sure I killed it. Reasonably sure I did kill it, or I would have tried it again. Looks like I've stolen a piece of RAM off that one. Samsung? Samsung. So, I mean, it makes a nice ornament or something. I don't know. I just wish I could find that video. Not sure what computer that's on, but it sure enough it just bowed. I don't know if I can find that video. It may be on a different computer. How far do these? I'm sorry. I'm looking to see how far these videos go back. Sort by date modified. These go back to July of 2024. What is that? That's not it, is it? I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong folder. Raw video folder. I wonder if it's in here. How far does this go back? At some point, I switched computers that I was, editing on and stuff, so it could be living on another computer over there. But it's kind of funny to watch it. I knew it was bowing by the results, but I'd never witnessed it bowing because it happens very slowly. But when I was able to hit the slider on my editing software, it was just it looked like a trampoline the way it was bowing. No, I don't see it. This I've only had this computer I think is it a year or something? I'll have to see if I can find it. It's kind of funny. In a sad kind of way, it was kind of funny. But it just it was reassuring. It's reassuring sometimes to know why you failed. You still failed, but if you learned something, and when I saw that thing go, it confirmed. Oh yeah, it's bowing. It's definitely bowing. Create a new channel. Oh, I see. You do it in English on it. I understand. Yeah, I still got my notes on how I did the PS4, but PS5 might be a little bit different. I don't know. The board is a different number of layers in the board. But yeah, I did learn from it. I learned what doesn't work. I learned that I need to support the board in some way. And from my memory now, of course, it just bowed down. If I could support it from below, make it where it cannot go down, I think I could do it. Anyway, I don't know why that's still so. I guess that's where I put it on the shelf there after that failure. But yeah, that liquid metal ate away the solder balls under the edge of it. It will do it. Not just short it. It will dissolve the lead-free solder. It was gone. I wonder if I have any pictures of that somewhere. Anyway. Well, I have that. Yeah, I can watch your videos, but I can understand what you're doing, but I can't understand what you're saying. I don't remember if you have captions on yours in English or not. I know YouTube does some automatic translation now. Well, it looks like everybody's leaving. The number of viewers has dropped. I'm not really working on anything. I'm just talking. And all I got is these stupid PS5 ports to do. And so anyway, I'm going to go. Thanks everybody for coming. And we'll do it again soon. I do have a bunch of PS5s coming in that will hopefully be more interesting repairs. So anyway, thanks for coming. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.